Yesterday, I just watched Obsession for the first time with my girlfriend, and oh my god, that movie slapped harder than Joe Jackson after Michael fucked up a dance routine. That movie was so gas. And nowadays, a lot of people usually like overhype a lot of movies, specifically horror movies. Oh my god, like I remember when niggas hyped up what was it, the recent Halloween with Michael Myers, and me and my friend Alahe, we went to go see that shit like when it first dropped, and that shit was so ass we literally walked out the theaters. Like that was ridiculously garbage in my opinion. But yeah, this movie lived up to the hype. I actually think it exceeded the hype's expectations, right? But I it was so good I had to talk about it, and it's so many factors, specifically with the main character. I want to get on his ass and rip him apart. So warning, spoiler alert, if you haven't watched the movie, get off this this video right now, because I'm about to go crazy with the spoilers. And before I do, check out the room. I changed the room setup, you know what I'm saying? I got my girlfriend for my birthday, it just passed like yesterday. She got me that Dante poster, she got me the Bayonetta poster, and we did some remodeling, and she made the DMC3 Rebellion sword for me. So it needs some like more painting and stuff, but she's awesome. My girlfriend's fucking awesome. Anyways, so the movie starts and we see that this dude Bear, you know, white boy with 3 bangs in front of his face, he's like trying to muster up a little like sentence of how he wants to ask out a certain somebody that he's cool with, right? And he's like, oh, I really do care about you. You was the first person that ever respected me or cared about me while I moved here, blah, 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 bullshit. And his friend Ian, because like they're doing like a rehearsal, his friend Ian in front of him is like, yeah, nah, bro, don't do that, right? Don't do that. That shit is lame. Proceeds to give him the worst advice of all time. And then was like, bro, if you really want to bag her, call her Freaky Nikki. Because Nikki is the girl that Bear likes, right? So you want me to call this girl something that she hates. Nikki has stated that she hates being called Freaky Nikki. I don't know where that stems from. I don't know if that means she was some type of scary person in high school, if she was moving like she was P. Diddy in high school, or whatever the fuck. But she doesn't like getting called Freaky Nikki. So, yeah, Ian's giving him horrible advice, but Ian's apparently like one of his good friends or some shit, right? And then his other friend, Sarah, is like talking to him and they're trying to get some advice, whatever. So they meet up to go to this bar, and Ian is damn near cock blocking. Like Bear is talking about some, you know, when you mouth to your homies, but you don't like say nothing, like, come on, you know what I'm saying? That's what Ian, fuck, I keep getting their names mixed up. Bear is doing that to Ian, and he's like, bro, get your bitch ass on. I'm trying to shoot my shot, damn it. You know? And I forgot to mention this, before that play date, Bear's cat died. He went into like some box or cabinet at his house and ate like a bunch of pills and apparently overdosed, and the cat died. That's going to be important for later. So that happens. They're at the bar. Like I said, Bear's trying to whoop, do his thing with Nikki. And Nikki's like, I'm going to go to the bar. You know what I'm saying? Bear's like, cool, I'll come with you. So he goes over there and he's trying to talk to Nikki. Nikki's being cool. She's kind of giving off that vibe of, you're kind of cute. I like you, but I don't like you. Like, you're just my friend, but if we keep talking like this, something could happen, right? And Bear's over there being a bitch ass nigga. He's like, nigga, say something. Grown ass man, and you can't talk to a woman. Not even just women. You can't talk to a woman. Crazy. But he's struggling to even get a sentence out, and he's trying to like get drinks as well. And the bartender, anytime that Bear says something or he's about to say something, the bartender kind of interrupts him. And then when he finally gets the opportunity to say something, Ian comes in and he cock blocks the shit out of him again, right? So whatever, like that opportunity is done. But then Nikki needs a ride home. So she is about to get a ride home, and Ian is like, okay, I'm going to take, or Bear is going to take her home, right? And I also forgot to mention before the party or the bar, Bear went to the store and got this thing called like a wish wallow, make a wish foundation, my nigga. I don't know. It's something, I forgot what it's called, but basically it grants you a wish. You say what you wish for, you crack that bitch open like some damn, I don't know, seafood legs or some shit, and you like, yeah, the wish comes true. And it could be any wish as far as we know, right? It could be any wish. And yeah, so once Bear drops off Nikki, he's still like, he's so nervous to where he can't really explain his feelings to Nikki. So Nikki is like, oh my God, bro, nigga, do you like me? And Bear's like, I don't know. And then Nikki just like gets out the car, is like, okay, you have a good night. This nigga Bear has the worst game I've ever seen in like fictional history. He, knowing that Freaky Nikki was a horrible idea to even like fathom into his brain, when she starts walking back to the house, he's like, later, Freaky Nikki. And she turns around like, what the fuck did you just say to me, you skinny dick ass nigga? Did you just call me Freaky Nikki? I'll take this knife out right now and show you how freaky I am. Bitch made boy. I'll snatch the bangs out your head and turn you into my bitch. Okay, she didn't say all that. She didn't say all that at all. And a major pause. I didn't mean like Fleece Johnson type of whatever. Anyways, she didn't say all that, but she got mad and was like, bro, why would you say that? You know that hurts me, right? So that happens, and she goes back to walking to her house, and Bear's like, fuck, bro, I messed up so bad. Like, oh, I'm so bitchless. Oh my God, I'm such a loser. I should just not exist anymore, right? So he pulls out the Make-A-Wish halo. I'm gonna just call it that because I keep forgetting it. I keep forgetting the name of it, right? So I'm just calling it a Make-A-Wish halo. Shut up. So he pulls it out and it's like, I wish Nikki would give me the sloppiest dome I've ever had. Okay, he doesn't say all that. He says that I wish that Nikki would fall in love with me and love me more than anything else in the world, right? Anything else in the world. Mind you, it's a million things you can love. There's a billion things you can love in the world. You can love getting money. You can love working out. You can love playing the games. You can love just eating, just being alive. And he chose anything in the world. So it's about to go crazy. So then Nikki just turns around and she goes to Bear's car and she starts talking to him. And like the whole mood changes. Like, you know, like Nikki was mad at him at first. And now she's talking to him like, oh, can you coddle me? I'm just so lonely. My cat died. And Bear catches on that, huh? Yo cat died. What are you talking? What? So I'm explaining this whole damn plot of this movie. Goddamn. So Bear, he's over here and he's like, what are you talking about? And she was like, oh, I meant your cat died, and I know it's a tough time, and blah 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 blah. So then she's like, again, like, oh, she snaps out of it real quick. She's like, what is happening? I'm acting like really weird. And then she goes back into just like coddling him, and Bear's looking at this like, what the fuck is this bitch doing? Hey, yo, I'm down for some freaky stuff. I don't know about this though. You know what I'm saying? So basically, like, Bear's starting to feel like kind of weirded out, but it's whatever. So Nikki then is like, hey, can I chill with you for tonight? And Bear's like, sure. So they go up to his room, and Nikki is like, can you lay in bed with me? And Bear's just like, yes. Okay. Even though he notices that stuff is kind of acting weird, whatever. She starts taking off the damn top, right? The bra is still on, but she starts taking off the top. He starts getting nervous, and she starts getting closer. So he started getting really nervous. I know nigga was more bricked up than that one nigga from Fantastic Four, the Thing. He was more bricked up than the Thing, bro. I know it, you know. So then she leans in and kisses him, right? And they start making out. And all of a sudden, Nikki's like, whoa, 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 nigga. What the fuck? What the fuck are you doing? Oh, who are you? Right? She starts freaking out. And Bear's like, whoa, whoa, we talking about you. You leaned in, you kissed me, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? He's freaking out and shit. And then, boom, she just snaps back in. She's like, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. And then she tries to go in for another kiss. And she starts trying to like be close to him. And he's getting more weirded out. And he still lets her be fucking close. So then, bro, okay, this is where the start of Bear being a bitch ass nigga comes into play, right? This video might be like 30 to 40 minutes. So thank God. All right. I know for the very few people, the very 2 people that watch my channel, this specific channel, I know y'all been wanting a long video since I have not posted in 6 straight days. So I got y'all. So then Bear, the next day, they go into work, right? Mind you, Bear, Nikki, Sarah, and Ian, they all work at the same like guitar space, right? It's like I got some white shit by my lip. Ugh. I wonder how long it's been there for. What the fuck? What is that? Ugh. Nasty bitch. They all work in the same space. Okay. So now when they get there, Nikki can't keep her eyes off of Bear. Like, it is weird. She is legitimately looking at him like, hi, nigga. Like, what? Anyways, so Bear feels extremely weirded out from the previous night, even though that he pretty much took advantage. It's not pretty much. He literally did take advantage of her, but he feels weirded out. So he goes tell Ian, like, hey, let me go talk to Ian real quick behind this wall. And he tells him the whole situation. And Ian literally tells him, like, bro, it sounds like you're kind of taking advantage of her, bro. Like, what are you might be a creep, bro. And he's like, no, like, bro, I don't know what's going on, blah, 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 blah. And Ian is trying to tell him, like, bro, you chill out on this. You know what I'm saying? Chill out on this, right? So, again, the next night, Bear, him and Nikki, they head back. They're back at the house, and the vibes is getting weird. It's getting really weird. I can't remember if this happens before game night or after game night, but they sleep together again, right? They're in the same bed, and Bear wakes up at like 3 a.m. I'm getting chills talking about this shit. Nikki is in the fucking corner like my rebellion sword, looking at him like, go back to sleep, little boy. I like how you look. Your nice little milkman titties in the bed turns me on. And she's just like looking at this nigga so weirdly, bro. I just spit over my fucking mic, bro. What the hell? She's looking at him extremely weirdly. And as rightfully so, you see that. I don't give a fuck who it, boy, it could be Yoruichi. It could be Rangiku. It could be goddamn Nami from One Piece. It could be all these girls. Jurihan, it don't matter. You stand in the corner and 3:40 a.m. just staring at me. I'm boy, more brown coming out my ass than a damn Black Lives Matter protest. I don't even know the correlation to that. Shout out to black people, Black Lives Matter. But I'm saying no black is coming out my whatever. I can't break that down. I would be scared shitless, basically, is what I'm saying. So he is like, what are you doing? You feel me? Like, bro, like, stop. You're acting really weird, right? And he is telling her to chill out on that weird shit. And mind you, Nikki is still snapping back and forth like every 2 seconds about like the entity that's taking over her, and then the real Nikki saying like, this shit is not real, help. And then she goes back into the entity like, oh my God, my big dick hubby. Oh my God. So yeah. He gets up and he tells us like, yo, you can lay in bed with me, but you gotta stop this weird shit. It's getting out of hand. It really is. So then, right, and I'm starting to lose the track of the timeline. So I apologize if I say something and one thing takes place before another thing, or one thing takes place after. So a warning, I'm giving you a heads up for that. But from what I remember, this night or after that happened, they go back into work again, right? And what's it called? Not only does he gets his food like packed up, Nikki makes him food, right? This is where the cat part comes in. So Sarah, it's him at work. It's him and Sarah at work. And Sarah is like talking to him and pretty much flirting with him. Sarah is flirting with him, and she's being a shitty friend right now because she knows that Nick. No, okay, hold on. We're gonna come back to that because it was the game night first. So Ian sees all this weird shit happening, right? All this weird stuff happening, and based off of what Bear is telling them, and Ian is like, bro, we're gonna have a game night. Nikki cannot come. Nick, if you are not going, that's fine. Nikki for sure cannot go. Like, my nigga, you can't bring it. It's gonna be all boys. But then Bear is like, yeah, I can, that's fine with me, bro. I'll make sure that Nikki stays home. Nikki was not trying to stay home. She's over there screaming at this nigga. She's over there getting mad at this nigga. Literally, when he told her to stay home, she stood home at the front door like that. The front door like that for like 8 straight hours. She got piss going down her damn leg. She's R. Kellying herself. She's shitting on the floor. She's throwing up. And it's just weird energy, right? So then Bear, knowing that he's not supposed to bring fucking Nikki, he brings her. Ian is like, what the fuck is wrong? What is wrong with you, dude? You had one job. This nigga had one job. One! And you brought her. Why? Why would you bring her? Nobody wants her here, right? Because she's been acting weird. The whole friend group sees it. Sarah has seen it. Ian has seen it. Ian has seen it. Bear has experienced it. And Nikki is living it. She's literally living through the bullshit, and she can't do jack about it, right? So Bear takes her to this hangout night. Oh my God, this nigga's about to ruin the vibes. So they start playing these little like drinking game and whatever. And what was it? Nikki got a card, and it was like, read off a poem. She starts going off on a poem like, oh, well, you just keep fucking me over. And she looks at Bear, you fucking me over. That's another thing, yeah. Oh my God. I'm telling you guys, I'm going all over the place. I'm not moist critical with it. I did not put notes in my phone. I'm going straight off the dome, and I just got off work, so I apologize. Bear, knowing that all this shit is fucked up, he is like, Nikki, we can't do this no more. You gotta stop. You're creeping me out. You're creeping me out. You're really freaking me out. We need to get help. And then Nikki's just like, no, Bear, I promise I won't do it again. Bear, he goes from, oh my God, you're scaring me, to this. Straight dick and ass. That's what he starts slamming it in her, knowing all of this is so weird. This is literally assault, bro. This is assault. This is grape. Can't say the actual word because YouTube will boom my shit, and I don't need no more strikes across any of my accounts. Follow my main channel, by the way. Video coming up soon, hopefully. And bro, he literally is taking advantage of her. And what makes it worse, right? Well, we're gonna come back to that. So he does that, and then again, back to the damn game point, or back to the game night. She starts reading off the card, or what the card tells her to do. So she starts reading off something that she wrote in her story, and it's a very creepy ass story. She's like, yeah, well, something, whatever, fucked me over and over again, and I will kill anybody that gets in the way of my love. I'm just kidding, guys. Actually, no, I'm not kidding about kidding. I will slay all of you niggas. Like, it's so creepy. The whole vibe of like the party just got ruined, and the one black nigga there, he was just like, oh my God. That's what he was like. Like, first off, sir, if you ever go to a kickback and it's all white people, get out. Get out like the movie, my nigga. Yeah, one black dude and it's nothing but Caucasians around. Hey, I love white people. I really do. I don't love y'all enough to be the only black person around. I'm gonna be real with y'all. No, that is a red flag. And everybody's drinking. You know what I'm saying? And there's white women there. You know what I'm saying? Me being the only black dude, all it takes one high five to a white girl. Your ass getting hit with an assault charge if she feel like it. I'm not doing that, brother. Brother, you know this. Thankfully, he is not important to the story at all. Like, we don't even know his name. So that happens, and she throws off the whole vibe of the party. So then it's Bear's turn, and he gets a card. And the card is like, my girlfriend literally called this as soon as it pulled up. She was like, he's going to get a card where he has to kiss the person to the left. And they literally say exactly fucking that. You have to kiss the person to the left. And I looked at her like, like, you know what I mean? Like, she really caught it. So when Nikki heard that, when possessed Nikki heard that, she immediately, like, she pouted like that, walked over to Sarah, because Sarah was right next to Bear, walks over to Sarah, pulls that bitch back, steps in front of her, looks at Bear, puckers up, and then Bear kisses her, and like, that's it. Like, the game night is so cooked, right? It's so cooked, and I forgot what happens directly after, but she has a freak out, right? Nikki has a freak out, and the true self is trying to break out of it. Like, her true regular self is trying to break free. Pardon me. She's trying to break away from this demon, and she starts smacking the fucking glass against her face, splitting that thing down the middle like she got hit with a damn sweet sword or something. You know what I mean? So, and like, everybody's freaking out. Here's where everybody sucks. We're just going to bring it back to Bear because he's the main character. Nobody called the cops. Nobody called an ambulance. Nobody called for help. They all watched it. They was like, oh shit. Ain't nobody gonna help her? All right, I guess we all gonna watch. That shit's scary though. Like, hello, bro. First off, I would have been out the house. I would have been gone. I'm getting in my car. I'm going home. No. Then I'm calling the cops and I'm dropping the address. I'm putting you niggas. What's they call? I'm swatting y'all. I'm swatting the entire house. No person is about to willingly bash their skull or crack their skull open and laugh it off and try to go back to normal. No, that's a demon, and I don't fuck with demons unless they're specifically from Devil May Cry. Let's get that, out the low air. So that happens, and then they drive her, Bear drives her to like the hospital, and it says like an emergency, like there's a sign that says emergency, and Ian is done. Like, Ian doesn't want to kick it with him, because before this too, when he was going on dates, or when Bear was going on dates with Nikki after, making the wish after like the first night or something, some time goes by. I don't know how long it was, but like a week goes by, and Ian literally tells him like, dude, Nikki came up with a lie in this movie, right? Me talking to y'all. Nikki came up with a lie in this movie saying that her dad has cancer. Mind you, everybody in the friend group knows that she's not close to her dad at all. So we don't know if he was abusive. We don't know if he was just like a deadbeat or whatever. But she doesn't care about her dad. So now possessed Nikki was using this excuse like, my dad has cancer. I really want you to love me. Almost like making it a sob story. And Bear was telling Ian about that over multiple occasions. And Ian had like a gut feeling. And he started doing some research and he found the hospital. And he was like, bro, I did some research on Nikki and her father. Her father is perfectly fine. I called up the hospital and they didn't even know who that nigga was. So I say all that because Bear gets more hard evidence that something is weird, but he continues to keep taking advantage of this girl, right? So then she goes to sleep. Nikki and Bear, they're in her house. They're in their own house. Or a lot. Before I get back into that, I remember I said something about Bear and Sarah at the work. And Nikki made Bear a sandwich because he's at his job. This nigga eats the sandwich, then looks at the sandwich, and there's a note. And the note says the verdict cat ? And like the viewers and even Bear's like, cat, the verdict cat. Like, what is the correlation between that? This nigga looks in the sandwich. This crazy demon bitch cut up the pussy. That sounds crazy. Cut up the cat, put it in the sandwich, and I keep saying Ian, Bear ate his own cat. Wow, I know that's just a crazy sentence to say out loud. Yeah, I just ate my own cat. Yeah, it tasted pretty good. It was pretty hairless. Like, how crazy that sounds out of context. But yeah, so he throws up and Sarah doesn't really notice it. But anyways, that's just bringing it into more perspective of what crazy shit is going on in this movie. So, fast forward after the hospital, blah, 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 blah. Most recent event. Now, Bear, right? Bear and possessed Nikki, they're in the bed and they're sleeping. And Bear is just up. He gets a text from Sarah. It's like 2 a.m., right? Here, she's like, hey, can we meet? Bear's like, no, we can't. She's like, if we can't meet, I'm coming over. First off, bitch, it is 2 a.m. Like, I know that Nikki is possessed, right? But let's just say Nikki wasn't possessed, right? And Nikki was normal and they're dating happily ever after. You texting your friend this at 2 a.m. and then demanding throwing out this ultimatum that he either comes to you or you're coming to his house. That is so crazy. Like, that is home wrecking material. For people that don't know what home wreckers are people that try to interject into a relationship and break it up because of their own selfish reasons, right? Like, that is so crazy. But this video is not about Sarah. So Bear gets a text and he's like, okay, all right, I'll meet you at the park, right? And Sarah's like, cool. And when he gets up and he's about to leave, he hears regular Nikki say, please kill me, right? Because the demon is asleep. The entity is, she's not. But in a weird way, the regular Nikki can now talk. The mouth wasn't moving, or at least I couldn't tell if it was, because the quality that we watched it in theaters, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. We watched it in theaters, but the quality was kind of like bad. And even like the sound quality was bad at some times. So I couldn't tell if her mouth was moving, but for the sake of this video, her mouth wasn't moving. Her eyes weren't open, none of that. And regular Nikki was able to talk to Bear. She goes, please kill me. Please end this suffering. It's like, even on the note that she left on the sandwich earlier, she said, it's not me, right? So Bear knows that this is the regular Nikki that she is talking to, or that he is talking to. This bitch ass nigga, this is the most incel cell saga ass shit ever. Instead of be like, wait, Nikki, is that really you? I'm sorry, I don't know what's going on. I promise I'll get help. This nigga goes, what's so bad about being with me? Oh my, you fucking bitch! You stupid, no bitch getting bitch. This is the problem with niggas that get no play whatsoever. But I always said this: death to all rapists, right? Death to Bear, because I hope this video doesn't get taken down for hate speech or nothing. But that is such a crazy thing to say. This person is begging you to end this suffering because she can't do none of. She literally has like no control of her body, and the slight second that she does, it's a slight second, and then it goes right back, and then she's stuck in this eternal void because the wish lasts as long as Bear is alive, right? So she is still begging him to kill her, and Bear leaves the house and meets up with Sarah. Nuke the whole generation. Nuke both of them. Nuke Sarah and nuke Bear. Matter of fact, don't even just nuke Bear. I want you to drop an atomic bomb on that bitch, nigga. I want you to bring him back to life, and I want you to do that again. I want this nigga to get hit with Golden Experience Requiem. I want him to experience failure over and over again. Matter of fact, I will live to piss on his grave. I don't matter. It don't matter if he's dead in the movie. I just spoiled it right there. It don't matter if he's alive. It don't matter if he's dead. It don't matter if he's in a different country. I will go to this man's grave and I will piss on it, and I will hit the nay-nay, the whip, the reverse, the moonwalk, the dip. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my niggas in Texas. I'm doing all that. Because what are we talking about here? What are we doing? Anyways, so Bear, he meets up with Sarah in the park, and they're in this car. And by the shot that they're like shooting it, like it's like a side view shot. So Sarah, you can see Sarah's like the camera's right here, Sarah's right here. You know what I'm saying? And then it switches back to the opposite side with Bear. I don't know if I'm describing that right, but from how it looked, you already know that like a jump scare was coming, right? So Sarah tells Bear, like, listen, I wasn't going to tell you because I know you really like this girl, but based off of how she's acting, I got to keep it like 100 with you. Nikki and Ian for the past 2 years have been hooking up on and off, right? And Nikki has only said she's seen you as a little brother. You got friend zoned. Sorry, dude. It happens to the best of us. I've gotten friend zoned multiple times at that. I know what it's like. I have never once wanted to take advantage of someone because I got friend zoned, dude. I don't know what Bear was tweaking on. That boy was smoking that carbon dioxide. I don't know. So she tells him that and immediately starts getting into flirting with him. Right? It's so crazy. It's so crazy. She starts telling him the good news. I got some good news here. I got an envelope and I got accepted into the school, right? Which she wanted to do like tattoo stuff. And she starts talking and she tells him like, you know, that night where we was playing video games at so-and-so, whatever day, I was on your left. You should have kissed me. And then possessed Nikki runs in, grabs this bitch through the car window with the brick and starts smacking her face against the brick over and over again. And this, dude, it goes on for like 30 seconds straight. And Bear is just, you bitch, do something. The actor, listen, I don't want to be that guy, but we got to get down to physics real quick. The actor that played Nikki, well, actually, every single actor in this movie, phenomenal job. Y'all did great. Oh my God. Yo, I would dap you niggas up. I'm virtual dap. There you go. All four of y'all. Nikki, Sarah, Ian, Bear, the actors for y'all killed it, right? And dapping up the director for this movie too. Y'all did amazing. But the actor for Nikki is like you could tell like your average dude can just like pick her up and throw her. I'm not saying she's like a twig. She's definitely not that. But she's a lightweight. You know what I'm saying? And Bear, I'm not saying that Bear was like muscular or nothing. Bear is just like a skinny nerd. You know what I'm saying? But even though I know that Bear could at least just pushed her away or something. And he did nothing. He did absolutely jack with it. So she's dead. Sarah's dead. And it's brutal. Now, Nikki caught a body. That's her first official body. And this was kind of like Bear's turning point. Even though it's way too late for a turning point, you should have been did that. Bear is kind of like, okay, yeah, I said I was done with this bitch before, but now I'm really done. Dude, come on, dude. A baby would pick up on better signs than this. What the hell are you talking about? So then he calls up the Make-A-Wish Foundation. You know, I forgot the name that I even gave it in this video. Fuck! He calls up the Make-A-Wish Foundation, the little things that can grant wishes. And the operator on the phone is like, first off, he sounds like he smoked like 12 ounces of weed. That nigga sounded high as hell. He was like, yeah, hello. And Bear is just like, hey, can I cancel a wish? And the operator's like, you can kind of cancel, but if you made one, you kind of can't cancel. The rules are weird. I don't know, man. I'm trying to hit this blunt. And somehow the operator already knows what the wish is about. And like, it throws Bear off. He's like, what? And he literally, the operator tells him like, or he asks him, you want to speak to Nikki? What? Nigga, Bear is like, what? And the operator says like, yeah, bro, you can speak to Nikki here. And you just hear a scream. Like, Nikki is going through it. Like, what's that one clip on YouTube where it's like, stay in the box. No! Stay in the box. No! Get out of my skin! Like, she is screaming on the phone. Like, it is bad. Right? And the operator, I think he was still saying like, you can cancel or something. The operator was telling him that you can make like some type of change. This nigga, Bear, hangs up the phone. That's the real Nikki. That was the real Nikki. He could have been like, Nikki, calm down. I'm here. Yeah, see, Bear is the type of nigga to experience sex in VR chat. That's the closest thing he'll ever get to an actual woman without taking advantage of them. You know what I'm saying? He has the goggles on, he got the little play sets, and he's over there pinching the air nipples. He's having fun with it. That's the type of dude that Bear is. Because you cannot think with your meat this much. Listen, I am a guy. I hate to admit it. Sometimes. Not really. I like being a guy. But all dudes at one point in their lives have thought with their other head. Not this one, the other one, right? I'm a victim of it. I've thought it. Let me slow down real quick. Not in the way Bear has. Bear has thought with his meat and has done the crazy shit. I've thought with my meat, like, I really hope my girlfriend's mom is not watching this. But I've thought like my meat before. I thought in my head, like, I'm playing like Bayonetta, for example, and there's an area where I should not go because I know there's a lot of enemies over there, but I go over there because I know I can fight some sexy ass demons. Like, that's me thinking with my head. You know what I mean? So that it gets bad. So then dude tries to go and find another wish thing. He tries to find another wish thing, and I think he got the last two, right? Last two or last one, whatever. And instead of, Bear is in desperation now. He goes and he goes to Ian, and mind you, Bear is covered in blood. He is covered in blood. And he's telling Ian, like, I made a wish, dude, Nikki's crazy now, blah, 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 blah. Ian's like, what the hell are you talking about, my nigga? What? You made a wish. Yeah, right. You made a wish. Okay. And I'm Wimbyana, my nigga. I'm in the NBA. I'm in the finals right now. Well, Wimby just got eliminated. I think, right? I don't know. I don't watch sports. I just keep hearing Knicks fans clown Spurs fans. Anyways, So Bear, Ian is like, bro, what are you like? He's like confused, but he seems like he just doesn't care. And again, like Bear is freaking out. He has blood all over his shoulders and everything. And he's telling Ian that, bro, I can't make a wish to cancel what I've done, but you can. You can make a wish to be like, put Nikki back to normal, and then just pull the thing apart. Because when once you make one wish, it don't matter how many Make-A-Wish halos you get, you can't crack them no more. Like I said in the beginning of the video, you make a wish, you crack the thing, and then the wish happens, right? But if you make one wish, and that's it. You already used it. And here's where we go again to where the wish can grant anything. So if I wanted to be like, I want my meat to extend up to the heavens, crack, my shit would shoot up. My boy, it will look like the damn aliens are trying to abduct me into space. And that one, my meat will shrink down when I die. The wish goes away when you die. So Ian, he's not really taking it serious and whatever. He's like, oh my God, fine, whatever, I'll help you. And he's like, I wish for $1 billion, cracks it. And then he starts seeing like $1 billion literally start falling right in front of him. All cash right in front of him. So he's like, he's shocked. He is shocked, dude. So then Ian, or damn, I keep getting their names mixed up. Bear is in distraught. Like he just falls to the ground. He's like, oh my, yeah, I'm gonna die. Nikki's dead. Sarah's dead. And that's another thing too. He went there. He didn't tell Ian at all that Sarah died because of Nikki. He didn't say that Nikki bashed her skull in. He didn't say none of that. Why? And mind you, this entire movie, not a single cop was called. Not a single cop was called, bro. Y'all have phones. Y'all are young people, right? Y'all are like young 20s, probably like 25, 26 or some shit. Nobody got a phone. Nobody wants to call 911. Nobody wants to call the authorities, right? It's bad, dude. So after Bear, he sees Ian make the wish. It's GG's. So he goes over back to his house, and now he has the one last Make-A-Wish Foundation shit. And he sets it on the table, and Nikki is freaking out. She's like she is literally on top of him, screaming at him, blah 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 blah. And she says this stupid ass thing. The demon Nikki says this weird ass thing. Was like, I will grab a gun, take the saw off, and shove it up my pussy. Bitch, what? What are we talking about? Was that supposed to scare me or turn me on? Because it didn't either. Bitch, you just confused the shit out. I don't know. That's not even freaky. You want to put a sawed-off shotgun up your clit? That sounds worse than like shoving a knife down my urethra. You know what I mean? Like, that is so crazy to say. But anyways, so it's getting more crazy. And then Ian catches up to the house. He catches up to the house, says the dumbest shit ever. He's like, yo, Bear, yo, open up, bro. The wish actually works. I got $1 billion. No fucking duh. We just watched it happen. You literally made the wish in front of Bear. What are you talking about? What? Acting all surprised. I just pulled the new LR Tech Turles on Dokkan, and I'm over here talking to you as I fucking show it. What? We've seen it all happen, brother. You weird. Anyways, so then Ian busts through the door. No idea where Nikki got this Glock from or this stick, but she ups that bitch like Soldier Boy did to like that one preacher in the street. Bow, headshot. He's dead. He is done. So now Sarah and Ian, they are out of the game. Especially Sarah. Like, you can make a little bit of copium for Ian that maybe he's just going to have some brain damage and he can survive that. Sarah was done. Like, her whole face was caved in. She looked like Red Skull. Like, it was bad. And that's another thing too. So possessed Nikki brought the dead body of Sarah into the house and just sat it down in this weird chair. So now this house has 2 dead people in it. So he makes his way, or Bear makes his way to the bathroom, and he's like, I'm going to the bathroom. Please, just give me a sec. And then, like, mind you, Nikki is screaming at him the entire time. And then once he says, like, just give me a second, he's like, oh, okay. Like, bro, I'm telling you, this demon is so weird. And it's crazy. It's so crazy that he couldn't make a wish. But knowing that she's in love with him, all this dumb nigga had to say was, if you really loved me, you would bring the Nikki that I knew before out and keep it that way forever. Problem solved. You don't need a wish. Like technically the wish is still active, but the wish is active by making Nikki be herself again with no involvement. Like, if you love me, bring Nikki back and stop dating me. And let's just be friends again. That is it. Like, bro, she loves you more than anything now, bro. She literally listens to him to a T. When dude told her to wait for me when I get back, she stood in the same spot for 8 straight hours, pissing on herself, dookie on herself, and threw up on herself. She would have listened to that. But anyways, here's where everything threw me off. So Bear's in the bathroom, and he's so much of a bitch that he doesn't want to try and fix the problem by himself and then bring Nikki back to her sanity. Instead, he has the gun that Nikki previously had, and he's ready to blow his shit schmoove off. He is ready to put his brains over the wall like, it's spray paint. You know what I'm saying? He's ready to game over himself, clock out, and never clock back in again. But unfortunately, he can't do it. And I don't blame him, because that is a very scary thing, because you don't know what happens after death. And that's kind of a personal thing I want to talk about real quick before I go into it more. I am scared of death. I am scared of death. I really am. And that's kind of one of the reasons why I have not sewer slid myself. You know what I'm trying to say? Committed sewer slide. Because I've had my very, very down moments in life. But I am so terrified of dying because I don't know what happens. I don't want to be reincarnated because I don't want to do life again. And I don't want to just be dead. Like, what if you die and then you just, like, you see in the exact same position that you died in? So, like, I die, I'm on the floor, and now I see this house and this setup until my body is just moved or something. You know what I mean? Or like, what if you just go straight to hell? It's so many factors that scares the shit out of me. And I'm like, okay, I'll thug it out and live. Now, when I'm old, I don't give a fuck. When I'm old, you can pull my plug. You can dunk my head into a pool of pig asses. I don't care. I don't care. Because I'm old. Especially if I'm old to the point where I need somebody else to wipe my butt cheeks for me and I can't even feel it. No. Anyways, back to the main thing. And Bear, he can't figure out, he doesn't really know what to do. So then he goes over to the pills, the same pills that the cat ate, and he was like, whatever. He downs the entire thing, bro. He downs the entire thing. You feel me? So when he does that, and then I didn't know this at first because, again, me and my girlfriend watched this at the theaters, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, and the quality was kind of bad. So we didn't hear Demon Nikki. I had to see like reviews of this to actually see the clip. Again, I watched the movie. Some parts wasn't in the movie clear, so I had to go and see other stuff. So Nikki, she cracks the damn, the last Make-A-Wish thing, right? She cracks the last thing open, and she's like, I wish for you to just love me forever. Oh my God. So thankfully he downed the pills already. He walks out the bathroom. He sees Nikki. He starts smiling, like slowly smiling. and they start making out. And boy, them pills kicked in faster than Sonic the Hedgehog can run. That nigga was up for like 2 minutes and then he passed out. He died. He died. Bear died right then and there on the spot. So then Nikki, she's over there crying. She's crying, or the possessed Nikki, she's crying. And she's about to boom her shit smooth off. But right before she does, the entity is gone. Like regular Nikki is back in action, and she's like, and she starts like freaking out, rightfully so, because Bear is dead. Ian got his dome popped off. He's dead over there in the corner. And then in the very next room, Sarah is dead, sitting down. So everybody's dead. All of her friends are dead. She's Lil Uzi Vert. All my friends are dead. Push me to that edge. You know what I'm saying? Like, but she is really going through it. And this movie makes you feel, because I felt so bad, because there's no good ending. There's none. There's literally none. The writers of the movie literally said, there was originally one ending where Nikki also died. And that's also a sad thing, because if she would have died, then it's like she just lived in torment for God knows how long, right? And she didn't get like nothing to fix her. And then everybody dies. But in this reality, it makes you feel even more like sorry for her, because everybody around her that she was cool with died. And that, again, this is one of the sorriest friend groups of all time. All these friends are ass. Ian was over there cock blocking Bear, and then was secretly laying pipe to his girl, his crush, without him knowing. Sarah was trying to be a homewrecker. She knew that Nikki and Bear was in a relationship, but before the weird stuff started happening, she was doing all this lovey-dovey flirting stuff. And then Bear is just an incel, bitchless, what I say, stank balls, musty, probably professional at Super Smash Bros. What else? Nasty, dirt neck ass nigga with a broken down ass car. What else? He got to rely on his grandma's house. Like Bear's a bum. So in this ending, Nikki survives, and again, she's like traumatized, right? And it's wraps for her. Like, the movie ends as she's crying and as she's came back to normal now, but there's no way to fix this, because again, the Make-A-Wish thing, the demon possessed, or the possessed Nikki used it, so she can't even reverse the shit. And even if she could reverse the shit, she wouldn't know how to reverse it, because she's never seen this Make-A-Wish things before. You know what I mean? And then on top of that, she has no idea where to get any more of the Make-A-Wish things, because one, she doesn't even know about them. Two, if she did know about them, the only store that was nearby that had them only had 2 left, and now them bitches are gone, right? And then 3, she is most likely going to prison, and if she's not just going to prison, she's catching the death penalty, because of how gruesome the death was for Sarah. And now she's probably going to be found responsible for Bear's death as well. So, like, when the demon did all this crime stuff, it's not like the demon had gloves on. This was bare hands. The cops are going to see the fingerprints and see all the blood around her. That's GG's. And then all the people at the game party, if they get interviewed, they're going to say like, yeah, she was on some weird shit. She's going straight to jail. You know what I'm saying? Her dad is not in her life. And we don't know if her mom is in her life either. Or if it was, again, I didn't hear that. But if she was, then we didn't hear that in the movie. But yeah, as right now, she has no parents to defend her. She definitely has no friends to defend her. And that money that Ian had, that's probably gone, because the wishes go away when you die. So, but even if the money was still there, she would never know about the $1 billion. If she had $1 billion, she could pay these niggas off 100%. 100%. $1 billion. Boy, Jeffrey Epstein got away with all the shit that he did. If this girl got all the $1 billion, she would be able to pay off everything, but she still would have to live with all that trauma, because she also was getting raped. So that brings me to my point. Yo, Bear is the sorriest nigga of all time. Bear is the lamest dude. surrounded by some of the lamest friends ever. And it sucks to hear that there's people out there in the world that actually live like Bear. This is why we need to make it a law to force niggas to go outside and be social. And that sounds so crazy coming from me because I am so introverted. But nigga, Bear is like bottom of the barrel dookie water, bro. That nigga is so lame. And that's another thing too. Like when he was tapping Nikki, or I'm gonna just say tapping the demon was moaning. She was like, but you see my face? Bear had his whole ass out while he was doing this. You didn't want to look over at the girl. And why does that even matter? He already seen how weird all the signs was getting and proceeded to do nothing about it. This nigga sucks. Yeah, and I was kind of rooting. Well, I really was rooting for. I was rooting against him after like he just kept going forward and kept getting all the signs. It's like, nigga, you're not just catching one sign. You got a whole damn billboard telling you that stuff is wrong, and he still went with it. Bear sucks. So that is it. Wow, this is almost an hour long. It's crazy. This is my rant about the movie, about Bear, slandering him, but also doing a full-on recap for you guys. Completely out of order. I know this is very crazy, but I'm sorry, dude. Bear is the sorriest dude ever. But this acting in the movie was great. I loved everything about this movie. I love the actors. I love the character. I loved how everything was written. I love how it made me feel uneasy. I love how I was genuinely like invested into the screen. I love how after I watched the movie, I'm looking over my damn shoulder, making sure my girlfriend ain't tweaking on me. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my girlfriend. She set up this whole, or gave me this whole setup. She is awesome. But yeah, man, that's it. Go check out Obsession. 10 out of 10 movie. This might be the movie, the greatest movie of the year. If Avengers Doomsday comes out. Does it come out this year? I think this is definitely the greatest horror movie coming out this year for a fact.